This is the new Dawgs on the Hill podcast, the number one fan source for Rollins College Swimming, with your host, Haley Fisackerly. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the Dawgs on the Hill podcast. I'm your host, Haley Fisackerly, and it has been quite a long time. We've been on hiatus for about 2 years, but it was much needed. Wanted to focus on kind of my own life, my own swimming, my own career, and I shelved it because the passion just wasn't quite there anymore, to be entirely honest. But I'm absolutely stoked to bring it back now with an opportunity to give back to my team, Rollins College Stars swim team. Stay involved from the team from afar because, oh man, do I miss it, and give the Tars an outlet to speak through, talk about whatever they want. And we'll have some on-the-ground content coming too. Mark your calendars, 2 weeks, September 20th, alumni meet. But I'm very happy to have an old friend of the show back on today, and he is going to not only be our first guest, but in our first episode since the rebrand, and that is Diego Spielmann. Diego, how are you, my man?
I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm awake.
Tired but awake, coming off of Saturday morning practice. So
Yeah, it's good to be back though. I feel like I needed to get back into swimming.
how was summer? I know you were up in Cleveland, but how was that?
It was good. I tried to swim whenever I could, but I mean it's Cleveland. No disrespect to actually much disrespect. It was not a fun city, but there's a lot of things around Cleveland that I got to do. So that was cool. I got to go visit Pittsburgh again.
Yeah,
That was yeah.
old stomping grounds.
Oh yeah.
So did you find a club, or were you just kind of on your own doing whatever?
Um, I the Cleveland State was like a 5 minute 5 minute walk from where my apartment was. So I just went there whenever I could. I saw their team practicing every now and then, but I just swam on my own.
Okay, gotcha. Now you're back. Was the adjustment? I mean, I know summers are always hard, no matter how much you swim, how little. And I know you were down for a little bit with some illness, but was it hard to jump back in, or was it okay?
I think I have the luxury of, I got to come in early because I'm an RA and I
Hmm.
came in extra early this year. So I got like an extra 2, 3 weeks with Walker and the team to practice and get into shape before anyone else saw it. So I got the luxury of feeling like I'm right back into it. But
Got all the ugly stuff out of the way before everybody else
yeah.
showed up. It was good. Yeah, well, today I think just kind of want to, the season hasn't started quite yet, so I just kind of wanted to do a little overview of kind of how you are, what the team is doing right now, and kind of take a look at the schedule. So I guess first thing I'm just gonna ask you, I mean, you finished 2 weeks of classes now. How's school? How have you been? What's life like?
It's good. I mean, we're, final year, so I got my two capstones this semester, or not this semester, this year. I'm doing one right now. But yeah, I mean, I got some cool classes. Video game design, I'm quite excited about. Um, the theoretical founds of computer science is a very interesting class. By very interesting, I mean it's a lot of math. And business capstone's a business capstone. I got some good people in there. So it's good. It'll be a easier semester than the second semester. I'm gonna do 3 classes this semester, 3 classes next semester, and that'll be it.
Perfect. That's how I did it. I feel like that's kind
Yeah,
of the way to
it was
go.
very nice.
So how would you describe the atmosphere on deck right now? Like, we can talk about deck, team room, just being on campus, whether that's you with the team or just in your own social circles. I mean, what's it like being at Rollins right now?
Dude, I mean we're living for new guys. I love them all. I think they're all really funny. They're a really good group of guys. So, when you lose that many people in the previous class, you worry a bit about, oh, the dynamic's gonna be very different. But in a good way it is different. Like they feel like they belong immediately, which is really good. I'm happy, and I think they're enjoying it as well. Our beach trip was a good trip. I got to get closer with a lot of the new guys as well. So yeah, I think we're all pretty excited for the season.
That's awesome. I love to hear it. Yeah, that was one thing I definitely wanted to touch on. I mean, class of 2025 was huge. It's a mass exodus. And then you have a pretty big freshman class coming in too. I mean, especially compared to last year, there were only 6 of them. You said the dynamic's good, but how has that shift been? Like, okay, it's different. Are there any things you can pinpoint? What's it like losing a big class and then getting another big class? Is it overwhelming for you guys who are left in the middle?
I think the most overwhelming thing is still trying to remember all their names. Nah, I think they fit in so quickly. Like it wasn't a struggle for them to find people that were like them, which is good. And it's a rite of passage for a class to leave at a certain point. So you know it's coming. It happens. You get worried, but the new class comes in and it feels like everything's back to normal. I feel like they brought themselves forward and they were who they are. And I appreciate that. I feel like no one's trying to hide who they are and they're just being themselves. And that's a good thing about this team this year. I feel like no one's trying to fit in. Everyone's gonna be themselves, and that's good.
I love to hear that. I know my freshman year, and there were some struggles with trying to figure out how to fit in with the team, and then we had to have some leaders tell us like just be you. So I'm glad to hear that that's kind of still the expectation, and it's a little bit easier this time around.
Yeah.
You said earlier, senior year, you're talking about those capstones, but I just want to ask, what are some things that you were most looking forward to this season, whether it be swim related or not?
Retirement, very excited for that final race. I mean, of course, I'm super excited for every point in the season, but I'm I'm going to miss it as well. I know I will, but I am excited for a new chapter to start soon. I think that's one of the big ones. Obviously, graduating as well, figure out what the next step is, where I might end up. I'm just excited to have the final hurrah and go into that next step of life, see what's out there for me.
As somebody on the other side, I think that's a good, healthy mindset to have because, I did not have that at all. Like I loved being on that team more than anything else in the world, and so it was hard for me to leave. So I think you're going to be set up, with a healthy mindset there. That's good to hear. We talked about you, but what about the team? Like, do you guys as a team, whether it be just the men's or men's and women's combined, do you guys have any big goals that you've been talking about? I mean, have those conversations even started yet?
We're doing our one-on-ones with our coach, as obviously. Usually we would have the goals by now. We are waiting a bit longer so that we meet with everyone and then we can all get on the same page. So we don't have anything written down on the team room, like, on that whiteboard.
Mhm.
But I'm sure it's going to be this, same thing as always. We want to finish top three. We want to, go in every day and give it 100%. As the great Ben Mann once said, be a champion. So it's probably what the goals will end up looking like, something like that.
Be a champion. And can I challenge you here? So, okay, if we get kind of similar goals like that, how are you, like as a senior, how are you gonna not only lay that expectation for the freshmen and the younger classmen too, but also change it? Like, okay, if these have been our goals and they're still our goals, have you thought about any ways that maybe you can alter it to make that more attainable?
I think it's never been out of reach. It's just teams around us have gotten better along with us. So we know what we have. And so we think we can, make that jump. And then come conference, those same teams have that same mindset. So it's just making sure that, these freshmen and sophomores and juniors and myself and all the seniors know to, we got to give it 100% we can every single practice. That's the best way to improve.
Yeah, and I think those dual meets are going to help a lot too, because like you said, the competition around us is getting better. I remember being in those conversations too, where one year we thought we could be top two, and then we stayed, just outside of top three, but not necessarily because of us not improving, but so is everyone else. Everyone's improving at the same rate. So with that, I kind of did want to go over our schedule. I've got it listed out here and just kind of get some insights maybe from you, what the team's thinking. So just run through it really quickly. September, we got the alumni meet and then UNF at home. October, you got FIT and then a double against Nova and Tampa. November, you've got Barry, gets a nice little break, and then you go to midseason at Life over here in Georgia, Marietta, I believe. Um, then you go home, you do your Christmas. January is kind of a full month for you guys. FIT, Lynn, St. Thomas, Florida Southern, And then New College of Florida Senior Day, baby. That's huge. And then
Yeah.
wrap it up, conference and NCs. So I bring all that up because we've got 10 dual meets and 8 of them are at home. Is there any talk about that?
There isn't many talk. This is similar to what we had 2 years ago. I think it's just kind of the way our schedule played out, where we end up taking a lot of away meets on odd years and then on even years. You take a lot of home meets. I'll take it. I mean, I do enjoy away meets. You get some fun memories on the bus, but I also enjoy my sleep, so I will be enjoying these home meets. I think it's a good schedule this year. I'm excited. The
I'm
UNF
with you.
meet, not quite sure what we're doing there because they are an all women's team. So
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, were you on the team? Oh no, that was my sophomore year. I
mm,
mean, let's see. I don't know if it's gonna be different this year, but when we went to UNF, gosh, that's 2021. There were other teams there too. Like I think it was a tri meet, so that's kind of how the guys got a little more involved. It was definitely more competitive on the girls' side, but it wasn't just us for ourselves. So I'm sure there'll
yeah,
be something like that.
yeah,
Um,
hopefully.
well, but that's at home this year, isn't it? So yeah, I
Yeah,
just
well,
said
that
that.
UNF one, that was the sprint meet you guys did, right?
Yeah, that was. And then that was the one last year I think we were supposed to go again,
Yeah,
Howard,
South
South
Carolina was
Carolina,
supposed to
and
be
then
there.
was that the hurricane that kind of knocked that
Yep,
out? Yeah.
Hurricane canceled that, and then we got to swim against Florida instead. So
Hey, that was awesome
that was
though.
really cool.
That was incredible. So, all right. Five. Okay. Also, at those dual meets, 5 before midseason, 5 after. It's kind of a perfect split. I know January is loaded, but has that affected how you're gonna handle anything? Kind of just having a nice, easy division.
No, I think it's good, especially because we have less than normal. We used to have like 13 dual meets,
Hmm.
like we would tank a ton of them in October. I remember freshman year we had a double and then a double like to open up our season. That was rough. I'm glad that we've cut a couple out. This makes it a lot more of a attainable, schedule that we're not like, oh my God, 13 dual meets is a lot. And then we got a new mid season, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, it gives you something to do. No more Panther, no Indian River. I'm kind of
Yeah.
surprised you didn't do that one again. What's have you guys talked about? I mean, Life NAIA school, so different there. Probably not going to see any familiar faces. I mean, I don't have access to who's been invited to that, but I can't imagine very many people that who we normally see would be there.
Yeah, I imagine maybe St. Thomas might come. They always seem to pop up at our mid seasons, so
Mhm.
I imagine they might be there. But it'll be cool. It's indoors. We don't get to swim indoors that often, so I'll take it.
7 of those dual meets are conference opponents, including you've got a home and home against FIT, so you're going to see them twice. And then Lynn is back on the schedule. They were not on there last year either. So do you want to comment on any of that? You're going to be seeing a lot. I think it's good to have this many conference meets in a season because kind of how we were talking about earlier with like familiarizing yourself with the field. I mean, these are the people you're racing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad. I think we should swim against everyone in our conference at least once a season. That's the right thing to do, get a feel for everyone. Um, I feel like we've done home and home against FIT a couple times now, so
Yeah,
just a
absolutely.
familiar opponent at this point.
We've got double headers October. Like I said, you got Nova and Tampa back to back. And then we were talking before we started filming that triple against FIT, Lynn, and St. Thomas in January. That's 3 meets in 4 days. It's a little sneaky. You hadn't even noticed that. So
Yeah.
again, we've got 10 dual meets, and we've got 5 of them are kind of condensed in these short time spurts. Is that gonna? I know those are still some time out, and we still got to figure out where we are in training, where you are mentally. But sitting here looking at it, is that affecting you, or has anybody else talked about any of that?
No, no, it's just another day, you know what I mean? Like we've done doubles before. And I mean that triple one I did say I was like, oh, I did not realize that we were doing that, but it doesn't change anything. You still got to get up, swim on the blocks and go, you know. We've had I'd rather do the triple meet than do that Wingate meet where it was like 60 degrees in the pool again, like
Broke the heater,
so
no
sad.
practice for 2 days after. Yeah.
Ugh.
No, I love
But
it. You're right. Any given Sunday. And I think, that's one thing too that you guys can instill in that culture. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it right now. I'm feeling a 10-0 season, so I don't know about you, but
I mean, that's the goal, isn't it? It's always
Yeah,
to win. So,
just got to get
uh,
that winning record. I mean, I know last year was kind of rough with us dual seasons. I think we were 3-7, but year before we actually made some traction. I don't know what it was, but it was a winning record. So,
hey, and
personally, from afar, I would love to see you guys back in the win column some more, but I know there's more to it than just that.
I mean, according to Florida, we beat Florida last year. So,
That social team, yeah. So we'll take that one.
main goal 4-0 in alumni meet. I'm currently 3-0. I know you were 4-0 at one point.
I,
So,
so yeah, I was, or I don't know if that was alumni. That was blue gold.
that's what I mean. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Are you guys doing blue gold?
yeah. It's probably gonna be blue gold again.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's not on the schedule from what I have, so I don't know if you guys had that set up
I imagine
before.
alumni meet is blue gold.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, you're right. I was 4-0, and then my fifth year, that was the one time I lost it. So perfect record got tarnished there. Didn't love that. Is there anything fun that you guys have planned that, the public can know about? We used to do Team Olympics. Any talks about that kind of stuff?
None yet. I'm sure we're gonna plan something at some point. You know how it always is. It's usually a little closer to the date that stuff will pop up. Like, should we do this? And then everyone hops on. But nothing at the moment. Just beach day was kind of our main thing.
Gotcha.
Which was odd.
Get the captains involved. Speaking of which, so is it just Evan and Maddie this year? Just 1-1?
Yep, just Evan and Maddie. Good picks.
How,
I'm
I mean,
happy.
I totally agree with that. Absolutely. Leaders for sure. But how is that? Because, I mean, when it was always, I don't want to say a committee, but we always had multiple. So have you noticed anything? I know it's super early still, but just with that dynamic, is it different in any way?
I think it's better on the captains. Like, I think oftentimes, you had three captains on each side. So whoever was on their phone first to get the message to deliver it to us got to deliver it to us. So if someone was busier, like it felt like they weren't a captain. I think this is good for them. And they've done well communicating everything to us. So I'm happy.
That's awesome. You bring up a good point. I think it's probably right. Better have a more, I don't know if unified is the right word because there's only one each, but you have one consistent person who's the face on deck, the face in the group chat, etc. Probably makes it easier for them to manage, like you just said. So, aside from that, is there just anything that you want to share on the platform? Season's getting up off the ground. Anything you want to get off your chest, let the people know about.
Nothing really. I mean, I've spoken my truth. I'm ready for my final year. I'm ready.
Let's go. I'm ready to watch it, man. I'm going to be on Meet Mobile begging for some broadcast. If I was there, we'd be live streaming every meet, but you're just going to have to ask for it. So I want to close out with a segment we used to do on the Dogs of the Hill podcast. Now that it's back, I see no reason why to not because, the essence of it came from Rollins Swimming, so let's keep it in Rollins Swimming. Dog of the day. Is there anyone who, for whatever reason, swim, social life, anything, involved in the Rollins community who you want to shout out?
Well, I think shout out the guy that did get dog of the day, Carter. Came back from being sick and we did a dropout set today and he was one of the last people on there. I think he went till like 46, 45. I don't know exactly when he went to, but he was killing it. So definitely giving it to Carter.
Those 50 kicks with the 1 second interval drop off, or
No, we did 75 swim starting at 115 and then 1 second interval drop off.
okay, all right. Well,
That
shout
was
out
fun.
Carter, inaugural dog of the day on the rebrand. Well, to the audience, thank you very much for joining. We will catch you next time. We'll probably try to do this at least once a month. I think twice a month would be kind of ideal. So here's your early September. And next time around, we'll have a little more different format. Like I said, alumni meet September 20th. That is 2 weeks from today as of recording. So we're going to get some on the ground content, probably be a little more short term form or short format, however you want to say that. But yeah, we will definitely be getting on deck video, on deck interviews, got some lav mics. I think it'll be a fun weekend. So Diego, thank you again for joining. It's always a pleasure to see you.
Likewise.
See you guys next time.